Hello everybody, it's me. Fuck you! Hello everybody, it's me, Braden A. BAS, what do you want to call me? I don't care. Sorry about that intro. I kind of hate relationships. Now you're probably like, Braden, what does your crusty ass know about a relationship? Boy, you probably even haven't felt the touch of a freaking girl or guy, because well, I'll get onto that later in a later video. But relationships are so dumb these days, and I've actually been in one. I've been in a relationship, so now I can safely say I was in a relationship in November, from November the 29th to December 3rd, I think, with this girl I met online. I can safely tell you, one of the worst things I've ever done. It is one of the worst mistakes. Yes, I'm calling her a mistake, because she genuinely just screwed up everything, screwed up my whole perception of everything. Now, why? Well, because everything... I want to say we met online around the 13th of November. She added me on Facebook, right? So, and at first I thought it was a fake account, because when it comes to girl accounts on Facebook, especially with the big, and then the kind of showing off the little chest areas, sometimes it'll just be straight up cheeks. Well, she didn't show that. She was just her face. So I was just like, whatever, I'll just add. Didn't think much of it. She was a mutual friend with this person named Bodie. Right. I'm not using actual names. Bodie. So, I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know who this is. I'll just add. Forget about it. Because it was on my pending for like a day. Later that day, I got a message from her that said, hey. And I was like, hey. So then we kind of started talking, just regular talking. She straight up told me she had a crush on me, because when she seen my profile, she smiled, she laughed, she giggled, she whatever, right? And this was my profile at the time. So I was like, okay, all right. I mean, she didn't look that bad to me at the time. And knowing me, I'm a little bit of a hopeless romantic. And this was after the video I made in July of 2024 about why you shouldn't date till you're 18. So technically I didn't follow my own rule. I know. Go ahead, ridicule me. Go say I'm a hypocrite. Say I'm projecting. Say I'm bipolar. Whatever. I don't care. Okay? Because this started to make me feel happy. I was like, oh my gosh. This is what love is. Everybody was talking. Maybe I shouldn't have downplayed it so much in my videos. So we started talking, and then around the 22nd of November, I guess because she had an ex, right? And this was something I should have thought this red flag at first. She was dating her ex for 6 months. They broke up around the 12th. She added me the 13th. And then I added back a day later. We started talking on the 14th. Or no, I think she added me on the 12th, and then I added her back on the 13th. It doesn't matter. They broke up the day before she added me. She broke up with her ex she had for 6 months. She was like so sad. She's like, oh my god, my ex, right? So I was like, okay. I didn't know about that, but she told me. She was like, oh my gosh, my ex, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. I didn't really think anything of it. But around the 22nd of November, she went to the hospital because she OD'd. And if you don't know what ODing is, it's basically where you take a bunch of pills and you're basically trying... I'm not going to really say it due to YouTube terms of service or something like it. It's not something you should do, so don't do it. And I'm not making fun of her in any way, because I'm sure she actually did. And I'm not saying she didn't do it. I'm just saying she was sad about her ex, so she tried to OD. Right. And she was in the hospital. During that time while she was in the hospital, I was worried sick. I was worried sick. Right. Like, guys, I'm not even kidding whenever I say that, like, this was the only thing that was on my mind when she was in the hospital for, like, 3 days. She was the only thing on my mind. I just wanted to make sure she was okay. I really loved her that much. I was starting to really love her. And after that hospital trip, this was something I forgot to mention in the video. After that hospital trip, that's really when I started to be like, man, I kind of love her. And then we started, and then she realized it too. It was really beautiful at the time. And I was just like, oh my God, is she okay? I've not heard from her. So I kept calling her. I kept texting her. I was like, oh my God. About 2 days later, I get a call from a number I didn't know. I didn't answer it because I didn't know it. But it was a Florida phone number. And she's from Florida. So I was like, I didn't answer it. But then, the next day on Snapchat, because at this point we added each other on Snapchat. On Snapchat, she told me, she was like, I'm okay. I tried ODing. And I died for about 6 minutes in the hospital. I was like, oh my God, like, holy shit. That is horrible. I'm so sorry. I tried comforting her in every single way. Because during this time while she was in the hospital and I hadn't heard back from her, I was worried sick. I'm the type of guy that if I have an attachment to you, I want to know what you're doing. It's just how I am. And I worry a lot. So, obviously, I was like, oh my God. I'm so glad you're okay. Because I was so glad she was okay. So, everything was going swell for about a few days. And then, the 28th, or 29th of November, I think it was the 28th, she was like, hey, we could start dating. But here's the thing. I was 16. She's 20. Right. That's probably what's going to be like, oh my God, Braden, what the hell? Who is this? Get them arrested. Before anything, I'm 17 now, but at the time I was 16. My birthday is November 26th. So during this time, my birthday happened. She was happy, but then she was so crying. Sometimes we'd be on the phone and she'd just start breaking down. I'd just be like, oh my God, are you okay? And she'd be like, I'm just thinking about my ex. And I was like, okay, I understand. So I didn't know how to help whatsoever because, again, I've never been in a relationship before this. So this was my first relationship, right? And it was long distance. I'm in Tennessee, she's in Florida, right? That's like we're 10 hours away. So about 500 miles. But she was breaking down a lot, but then around the 28th or 29th, she suggested, hey, how about we date? Well, how about we just start dating anyway? And I was like, oh my God. I'd have to think. So I thought about it over a day, and then I was like, okay, you know what? Fine. Whatever. I mean, I'm 17 now. It's whatever. So we started dating. Everything was going great. And it was genuinely it was probably one of the happiest times I felt in a long time. And around the 2nd of December, she hit me with, hey, I don't think I can do this. I'm not ready to. And I'm trying to think what she said exactly, but she said something along the lines of, hey, I don't think I can do this right now. I think we should probably wait till next year, till you're 18. And if I'll be honest, guys, I started to cry. Like a bitch. So I was crying. I was sending videos of me crying. Not to make her feel bad, but I just wanted to tell her how I felt. And then we talked it out, and then we were like, okay, we'll start dating again. If she was like, if you really want to, if you're really ready, and you really want to date, then we can. So we were again. We broke up, but now we're back together. So we're together for another day, and then she hits me with, hey, we should just wait. So this time I didn't cry. I was understandable. I was like, okay, we'll wait. But here's a key factor, a big key factor of what pisses me off about this relationship. She told me, she was like, I'll wait till next year, till you're 18, we can start dating. Right. So I was like, okay. This was after we broke up. She was like, I'll wait. I'm probably not going to find anybody. I'll wait. So I was like, okay. So things were going good for about a week. A fucking week. Right. Around the 15th of December, she told me, hey, I have a boyfriend. They were dating through Discord, and I don't know what the guy's name was, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. She was just, they met on Discord. They started, I don't know how they met exactly, because she didn't tell me. She was just like, hey, I got a boyfriend. I just letting you know. And I was like, a little upset. Very upset. Because, again, it's breaking a promise. It's just, it's, I didn't really take it well whatsoever. I really didn't take it well. But they only lasted 3 days. Me and her lasted 4 days, so technically somehow me and her lasted longer. They lasted about 3 days, broke up, because he blocked her on everything, which was funny as fuck, cause Karma's a bitch. And I was telling my friend about it, she was like, she's such a bitch. And I was sitting there like, that's kind of rude. I don't really think she's a bitch. And that was at the time. But oh boy, was I not prepared for what was going to happen next. This is when it gets juicy. So around, I want to say, and it's not even to mention, but after we broke up on the 4th, we were still talking to each other. We were like, oh my god, because we would be on the phone, right, most nights, and like we're kind of getting on the phone every night, and she would sometimes just say like, oh my god, you were so cute when you were sleeping, and stuff like that. And I got conned back into this. She got with another guy around the 15th, and then they broke up around the 18th. So on the 19th, I finally got around to telling my brother Matthew about this. Shout out Matthew. He was like, hey, she is a bitch. You need to cut her off now. I was like, it's just, I don't know what to, because I felt like I was in the middle. Because at this point, me and her we were just basically, we're friends. We were friends at this point. And I told my brother Matthew, I finally got around to telling him because he didn't know about it. And I told him I got in my first relationship, and he was just like, no, you should not do this. Focus on yourself. I completely agree with him. So, fast forward, now we're at around Christmas. Me and her started just playing Fortnite together, right? We got 3 wins in a row. I was like, oh my god. We're a good team. Things are looking up. But slowly, around the end of the year, she told me, hey, I got with another guy. Now this time, this guy, I don't know what the hell his name is, again, he lives all the way up in Iowa. Fucking Iowa. Right? And then she tells me, hey, I might be moving to Iowa. And I was like, okay, whatever, that's your choice. You're 20 years old. She doesn't have a job yet, which I'm not judging anybody who doesn't have a job at 20. But she said she'd get a job when she's up there. She's going to be going to Iowa. Things are looking great. But we were going to be further away from each other. And she'd be an hour behind. But I was like, she lives in kind of a dangerous town. Lots of harassment down there. So I was like, okay. You do you, boo. That's good. That's good. That's great. I'm happy for you. Well, little did I know they were dating again. They said they were going to have matching tattoos. All this other fun stuff. Going to get like a fucking dog or a cat. They're going to be in an apartment. She's going to have another park she can go to. She can finally see snow because she's not seen snow. But then she told me, hey, me and that guy broke up again. Now it's New Year's. Right. So it's New Year's. New Year. I was like, Happy New Year. She said Happy New Year. We were still kind of calling and playing until the 3rd of January. Now, things are starting to change. Things are starting to get bad. And when I say you guys are not going to expect what happens next, you guys are not going to expect what happens next. And no, she's not gotten married. Yet. She probably will, because she's... But, oh boy. So, I'm trying to just retrace my thoughts. But I know what's going to happen will shock you guys. So, basically, we were still talking, but we kind of started getting more distant. Like, around the 22nd of December, I didn't really talk to her. I would go, like, at least a day without talking to her. She would text me, being like, hey, I know you're starting to get distant with me. I completely understand. It's my fault. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm here for you. But then around the 3rd of January, she told me, hey, I got back with that guy again, the Iowa guy. And I was like, okay. Alright. So around the 8th. And this is just from memory. I don't remember the whole thing. But around the 8th, she told me, hey, I broke up with that guy again. And then that's when I was like, okay, you know what? I'm here for you. You're not alone. Because she told me everyone's getting distant with me. No one's talking to me anymore. Everyone's just against me. Because one of my friends, Jazz, shout out Jazz, texted her, calling her out on her bullshit. She had blocked her. I'd say that at this point, this was about a week ago from now. And I'm sure the lore is still going to be brewing as the months go on, but I'll just go into that after the story. January 8th, she said something along the lines like, I broke up with that guy, everyone's against me. And I was like, I told her, I was like, I'm not. I'm here for you. You can talk to me, call me, whenever. Now, at this point, we had, after the 8th of January, it's January 9th now, we've been days without talking. We would just be snapping each other because we have a snap streak going on of 50 days, which I am ending today, by the way. We've not been talking, but we are snapping each other. But sometimes it would just be a black, like, she would just snap the picture of her roof. I would snap a black screen because she just started snapping pictures of her roof while I was still snapping my face. But then I started doing it. I just started snapping the roof, everything but my face, because she was doing that. Things are getting weird until the 10th of January. Oh my god, you guys are not fucking ready. You guys are not ready about what's gonna happen. I go on Facebook, and I don't even realize this until 3 days later. I go on Facebook around the 13th of January. It tells me she's in a relationship. But not just any relationship. He's 18. He was born on September 19th, 2006. Her birthday is September 19th, 2004. And guess what? Guess what? His name Braden. It's spelled the exact same way as my name. So basically, without telling me, I've been replaced. I've been replaced. Oh my God. I just want to cry. I really just want to cry. I've done nothing but show my love and support to somebody who ended up replacing me. This was a trap. This was genuinely a trap. I've been fooled by a fucking... I've been fooled into a relationship. And now she's with a guy named Braden. He's 18, so he could I've just been replaced. I'm not 18 yet. That Braden's 18 yet. That Braden is 18 yet. Yeah, he is 18. He's 18. He's fucking 18. Okay? And not even to mention, he's in the same town that she's in. They're not long distance. Fuck! Fuck. God damn fucking bitch. Oh my God, it's just so aggravating. You guys don't understand. I am just now coming out about this fucking relationship. She screwed up everything. She screwed up my whole perception. And I have all these fucking gay guys, right, that just message me. I start messaging them. If there's one thing, and my friend Jazz, she told me, I'm just a hopeless romantic at this point. Which I can't even argue with. I am. Because at this point, which by the way, if there's something you want to know, I'm pansexual, but I'm making a whole nother video on that. And I've known this since last year. But I'm also a hopeless romantic. And my whole perception of everything is screwed up. I've been replaced. I've been replaced. This fucking hoe replaced me. Fucking bitch. And I'm not trying to be in YouTube, I'm not making fun of everybody, but Jesus Christ, let me just speak my mind. I can't just... I don't want to just sit here and not tell you guys. I want to update you guys on my life. This is the shit that happens to me whenever I try to get in a relationship. And a lot of y'all tell me, oh, it's just because you're shy. Right. It's just because, yeah, all this and all that. I'm not. If I genuinely get in a relationship with you and I am attached to you, again, I worry about you all the time. I'm the most sweet, kind-hearted person you'll ever probably meet in a relationship. But I've been replaced. I bet she didn't even want me. She was trying to trap me. So guys, let this serve as a reminder. Don't just trust people you've only known for just a few weeks. They have a lot to them. And I don't know if I told you this. This is a key factor. Whenever we got into a relationship, she told me, hey, I've only been in one before. Bitch, I bet that is a flat-out fucking lie. And I know she's a liar because she tried hiding a story from me. She said she didn't do it, but Jazz told me she did because she's seen it for herself. She was hiding a story from me that said, oh, I got in a relationship, look at my mans. Fuck your mans. Fuck them. They're stupid. Your guys are stupid. And I hope they don't last. No offense, I hope they don't last. Karma's a bitch. And whenever I succeed, you're going to fail. Okay, honey? Okay. So now that you guys understand why I hate relationships these days suck fucking ass. Don't get into a relationship. Unless you know that you can trust the person 100%. And you've known them for longer than a fucking year. And now I'm doing this clapping bullshit. Fuck. Fuck the fucking relationship. I fucking hate them. Friendships are better. Moral of the story. Relationships are just pointless. All my friends around me get into relationships that don't last. So, I guess I just wasn't meant to love someone. I just have all this freaking rage just built up in me. I hope I can find someone, though. I don't want to die thinking all relationships are pointless. I know tons of people who are happy with theirs. I just wish I can just have one. Someone to love me. And that just doesn't leave me. Because I know this was a trap. Every sign of this was a trap. And most people just want to use me for my body. These fucking gayest guys that just message me, they want to use me for my body, and I'm not with that. Sure, I might go play into it, but no. I genuinely just want something real, who loves me for me and not just my fucking skinny, scrawny fucking body. So, moral of the story: I'm not getting back with her, even when my 18th birthday comes. So, you're gonna get your karma, by the way. I'm not gonna even say your name. I could say your name right now, but I'm not going to because I respect privacy. Sometimes I wish I could just fucking flat out just say it, but I'm not gonna do that because I do have some morals. So, don't get with someone unless you fully trust them. And what's funny is that one of Jess's friends, I'm not gonna, I mean, I probably shouldn't even say her name, but one of her boyfriend at the time, me and him was talking for about an hour and 30 minutes at the park. He was sitting here giving me advice, saying, hey, you should not get into a relationship unless if you trust them. And this was in October, about 3 or 2 weeks before I got into a relationship with her. He was telling me, don't get in a relationship unless you fully trust them. I didn't even listen. I should have listened. And now I'm just left in the dirt. My heart's broken. And I just cared so much for someone that could give two shits about me. She can say she cares. She don't care. She's just gonna look for the next guy to fill a fucking void in her life because her life is depressing and she needs a guy to fill the void. So I'm done. I'm so done. If you ever see me in a relationship, it's because I trusted them. And I loved them with all of my life, and I could see me being with them. And let me tell you guys something, things won't work out sometimes. And I'm sure there's tons of people out there who have different stories on why they don't like relationships. I don't like relationships, and I wish I was like Chelsea, who Chelsea does not like him at all. I wish I was that. I'm a hopeless romantic person that just wants anything. Maybe it is because I'm trying to fill a hole in my soul. Because I'm sad. But yesterday, I posted on my Snapchat story, and she's seen it. She's seen it. She viewed it. My ex. She viewed it, and she didn't reply to it, but it was basically going along the lines of, I'm taking a break from Snapchat and all other social media due to mental health issues because I'm depressed. And I have done some not good things to myself because of Snapchat. Because she'd post shit like, people would ask questions, and people would ask like, oh, well, what would you rate your last kiss out of a 10? Some stupid bullshit. She was like 20 million out of 10. I've not ever gotten a kiss. I'm jealous. I'm a jealous motherfucker. Some of y'all were right in that comment section. I'm a jealous motherfucker. Alright. I just want to know what it's like too. I think it's just because everyone around me talks about it. They make me so jealous. I didn't even want that before, but now people just screwed my perception of everything, and now I'm so jealous. I just want it too, and I can't because I'm a very shy, I'm a loner person. I don't really have much friends. And the friends I do have make me fucking jealous. So I can't fucking win. I can't fucking win. Seriously. Not everybody needs to know what you do in bed. Not everybody needs to know that you kissed. Be mindful. Okay? Okay. That's another thing. And everybody is going to have a different story. This was my story on why I hate relationships, and I should have never, ever fallen for that. As soon as I seen that friend request, I should have just declined it, because now I'm just left sadder than I fucking was. But now I'm taking a break from social medias, except for posting on YouTube, because I do have to post to keep consistent, because I told you guys that I'd stay consistent, which I am. I've been doing good. New BASs and other stuff will come out. And YouTube, doing these YouTube videos is stuff I love doing, and it helps really distract me. And watching my old, early 2020 BAS episodes, they're funny as shit. That was the golden years of my channel, and I just cherish all of that, and I rewatch it, and it makes me forget about everything. And it makes me forget about life for a little bit. And I've never smoked, and I've never drinked. So, everybody, all my friends around me smoke and drink. It's just how it is. I've never done it. And all that. And you'll get ridiculed for that, but don't listen. Don't even bother. It's just gonna bring you back to a whole nother pit of hell that you don't want to be in. Now, that was my dislike of relationships. And I don't know how the lore is going to progress. If there is any updates, I will let you guys know. And I don't feel bad about a single word I said. I don't love you. Okay? You lost me. Trust me, I'm one of the best people you could have, and you lost me. You may not realize that now. You may not realize that a year from now, when you're with that other Braden. But you're with a Braden. So you'll always think about me. So just think for a second. Really, you had me in a relationship. You know I wasn't in a relationship before. And then you just dropped me for another break. Does that not... Do you have no shame? Do you genuinely have no fucking shame? That's fucked up. Fuck you. And I'm done. I'm done. And I'm taking a break, and I'm never talking to you ever again as of January 14th. I've cut you out of my life. I don't want you. But I didn't block her yet, because just in case if I ever find somebody, it'd be successful, I want to show. And that might be petty. I've been told, Jess said, you go, petty queen. I just said, thank you. I deserve to be a little petty right now. After all that fucking shit. Just can't do this anymore. I want something just genuine, please. I'm just praying at this point. I find someone that just loves me. What a mess. Never talking to her. And she'll probably message me. She'll be like, hey, I miss you. We don't talk anymore. We should talk. No. And I might feel bad. That's the thing. Knowing my kind heart, I'm going to feel bad, and then I'm going to end up being roped into it again. This video is going to serve as a reminder not to do that. So you guys can comment whatever you want, being like, Brayden, it's your fault somehow. Because I know y'all are going to do that. Y'all are going to be like, Brayden, it's your fault. Because all y'all don't ever want to see both sides. Y'all just want to see me fail. So, my relationship sucked. My first ever relationship in my life sucked. I hope my second one's better. Whoever I get with. I love you guys. And just please trust the person before you get with them. Get to know them first. Don't just hop into one expecting it to be all hunky-dory, glory. No. Things are going to get rocky. And you're just going to regret it. And then you're going to be back to where you were. Ground fucking zero. Just don't even bother. Just live your life. Some relationships are not everything. So just be happy with what you have. I'm Brayden A. Goodbye. Love you.